So I was born here in Hollywood, California my whole life. Born and raised. You guys from here? A lot of people from here? Yeah? Come from a wealthy divorced family. You know, my mom's wealthy, my dad's divorced. I'm glad, though, like, my mom never remarried, though. I don't have any stepdads hanging around the house. You know, guys, I think they're my real dad, right? Let's go to the park, son. I'm like, yeah, okay, Mark. Well, why don't you call me Dad? 'Cause you're not, man. You're some guy that sits around my mom's pool and sponges off her. You know, kind of like a bigger version of me. So I did some group therapy recently. You ever do that? Honesty? You guys know, not into that kind of thing? Okay, cool. Yeah, it was cool. This guy comes up to me the first day. He goes, I'm experiencing you being judgmental, not caring for the others, and being a taker. I'm like, God, man, bullseye. So high school was pretty fun. Everyone went to high school. You know, my worst subject in high school was Spanish. Yeah, it was hard, man. It was hard, right? The teacher, what did she say? She goes, you never know, you might go to Spain. Yeah, well, I might not, okay? I've been to Taco Bell, I can get by, okay? Hola, mi amigo, una burrito supreme, por favor, quesadilla. And some cinnamon chips. So, I've been traveling around, seeing the world a lot. You guys like to travel and stuff? I always fly. When I fly, though, I always fly first class, though, which is cool, right? Not the whole way, but just so they kick me out. You know? And then I get kicked out, and I walk down the aisle, and everyone's got the same look on their face, like, don't sit by me. Please don't sit by me. And I'm like, where's my seat? Where's my seat? Okay. And they do that when I try and get on elevators. You ever do that? Like I go, wait, hold the elevator. And like, quick, here he comes. Shut it. Okay, wait a minute. I want to be here too, you know.
And that's where everybody wanted to be. It was Carnegie Hall for a comic. The Comedy Store was #1.
Once you got into the Comedy Store, you were in the big leagues, you know?
I have a theory that the Comedy Store is the center of the universe.
Actually, the longer I was there, the more positive understanding I had that it was just a rat-infested hellhole.
So my first night at the Comedy Store, first time ever on stage in my life, I was a writer prior to ever getting up on stage and performing, so I was scared to death and had no stand-up experience at all, and I get up at the Comedy Store in 1973. I came off stage, and Mitzi said, you're a writer.
I remember that was 1979. I performed after Jimmy Walker and did very badly. It was a nice evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Walker. Now, please welcome Robin Williams. That lovely kind of Death Valley experience, you know.
When I look back, I didn't have really a good act. I remember that night, and because you know, after you do your set, you come over and you are just humble pie. It's, you know, like Oliver, please. I want some more.
I was in a grocery store, and the headline was how to lose weight without diet or exercise. And I just said to myself, geez, that pretty much leaves disease.
How many of you read the new National Enquirer that came out from Friday? Pretty exciting. The big headlines in the Enquirer this week. You'll all be getting it. I get mine at home. How to lose weight without diet or exercise. Pretty much leaves disease, doesn't it?
For some reason, that sort of crude fashioning of a setup and a punchline got a pretty good laugh.
My jokes were stuff like we were so poor, my father drove a 1974 big wheel, you know. That was a bad act.
And in 78, Mitzi saw me on an amateur night in 78, which was 5 years later, and I came off and I did great, and she said, you're a writer. Come back another time.
When I first came to the Comedy Store, Mitzi said, go work elsewhere. And she was always fair. I used to think it was just me or just a couple guys she didn't like. But she told her son, Pauly Shore, you know, go elsewhere until you're ready. Then come back here. And that's what the Comedy Store was.
And I just want to say happy anniversary to my mom who started this place. When I was just a little boy, she always says she knew I was gonna do stand-up comedy. But at first she didn't want me to do it, but now I'm here and I'm doing it, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, come to the stage right now is actually a female comedian, and she came out here about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. She's the only Japanese comic ever, and she's from all the way from Osaka, Japan, and she's been here, and she's very talented, and she's one of my mom's favorite picks. Keep it going, all the way from Osaka, Japan, Tamayo Otsuki. I'm into freaking stony individual. Cause I'm the weasel. Dude, check out the wood you created. Are you down to chow some serious grinded? Those starts are chillin', major. Totally Pauly.